everyone, and welcome back to my subscribers. If you're not already a subscriber, I'll put a link here for you. In this video, I'm going to touch on a scope that I got, and to be honest up front, I have not shot this scope. In other words, I have not used it. I basically mounted it on the gun after giving it a looking over, and I'm not really too keen on it after I bought it. Now, the reason I bought it in the first place was because it had a few features that I thought were kind of interesting, and I thought I could use them. But I tried to find out more information on the internet on this scope, and it was very limited. I found a few promotional videos on it, but it really didn't give the detail that I was looking for. So now that I've actually got it, touched it, felt it, I'm probably going to return it. But before I do that, I'm going to show you a close-up, because I haven't seen any other videos out there that'll give you some in-depth information that I'm going to give you. And to be honest, some of the videos I did find on it were airsoft related, so you know, it was kind of a gamble picking this thing up, although it is made for a 5.56, but it seems to be very hot with the airsoft crowd. Now, why are they calling it the DUO? It's because it has an offset red dot, or in this case, in their case, in this scope, it's a green dot. So if you've competed in 3-gun at all, you've got your magnification on the top of the rifle traditionally, and then, you know, this is for like 100 yards plus, and if you're up close and personal, close quarter combat if you will, you can cant the rifle off to the side. So here you're shooting, you cant the rifle like this, kind of ghetto style, and you can look straight down the red dot, and you can shoot all the close-up stuff with both eyes open. It's a lot faster thing, a lot faster method for shooting the close-up stuff, because your fixed 4-power, this is a 4-power scope, is a little too much magnification for being up that close. So let me pop the lower off this so I can get a little bit more room on the camera. Okay, so I got my lower off. It's a little bit more manageable now without the lower. And if you notice, first off, how I mounted it way up to the front, because it's typically how you mount, you know, these long eye relief scopes on a rifle. Well, this one's not long eye relief. It's something like 2.5 inches. So the distance back here, you really got to get your face up close to get it. So to be mounted properly, it needs to be moved back at least 3 or 4 of these notches. So maybe somewhere in the middle of the upper is where it really needs to be mounted. This upper here, or this free float tube, really cool free float tube. I'm really liking the way it looks. Have not shot it because this rifle's about to be suppressed, so it's still in the makings. Once I get out and get some time on this, I'll do a video on this. I'll put a link for it here. If it's live, that means I've done the video. Otherwise, this link is just going to be a placeholder right now until I do a review on this rail right here. Really cool rail, easy to install. I'm curious to see how it's going to handle some shooting, so that'll be next. Anyways, back to the scope itself, because that's what this video is about. It comes with an Allen key for mounting it. In fact, let's go ahead and take it off so we can get a better look, or handle it under the camera here. So we'll get our upper out of the way. So one screw holds it in place. It seems pretty solid mount. This thing weighs almost a pound, so it's kind of heavy, but you know, it's not. It's only a 4-power scope. A lot of these scopes out there for low cost are fairly heavy. So if you want to get a light scope, you're gonna have to pay the money for it. But the construction of it seems to be all inclusive. So this whole 45-degree angle red dot here that you see off to the side, it's all into the mount right here. So we have a 4-power tube right here for taking your long shots, and then we have a red dot, or in this case a green dot. Now this is where it gets kind of weird. This is a green dot, and the reticle, the illuminated reticle in here is actually blue. I'll put a picture of it here. Now, nowhere in the instruction manual did I find any kind of information on how the reticle works. You know, it looks like it could be some kind of ballistic reticle, but no information whatsoever in the instruction manual how it works. The blue's kind of weird. I don't know if the blue's the new green or what, but it's a little odd. The red dot itself, as you'll see in this photo here, it's got, I don't know, the coatings on the lenses are dark. The wall you're seeing right there is white. I mean, it's bright white. So it's real tainted. It's real tinted. I hate that. And, you know, I've seen other, you know, I've got other red dots that do not have this. So the lower end ones that I've seen actually have these coatings in there that are just too dark for me. Anyways, looking at the scope, what I like about it, I like the little offset thing. That's really cool. I like the lanyard for the battery keeper. I mean, I don't see this very often, at least on a lot of these red dots. And the battery itself is your CR123As. These are great if you've got tactical flashlights or any kind of other bright super flashlights. You know, having a bunch of these batteries in the backup is fantastic. The little coin batteries, you know, they're fine too for a lot of these red dots, but you know, having this in here, you might as well use it because you have that big old mount. The switches for this, the front one, the most forward one, is for the blue. It's got 5 settings, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is the brightest, and then one more and it turns off. The one in the rear is for the green in the on the side over here. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at the brightest, and then one more, it's off. Looking at the elevation knobs here, windage and elevation. Here's for the main 4-power scope. Looks like a typical, you know, nothing fancy as far as that goes. Just use a screwdriver or a coin to make your adjustments. And then we have our little 45-degree stuff. Now remember, when you're lined up on your rifle nice and straight, you know, this is your top one, this is your side one. Over here, they're kind of offset. That's because when you're shooting this thing, you're going to be tilting the gun, remember, gangster style. So you tilt it, so here's your windage and elevation. They're also canted off to the side. And you know, you can buy J-points and scope mounts for the J-points, for the Trigicons, for those tiny little micro red dots that strap around to the tube of your scope, and you can mount your red dot, your little backup red dot, anywhere on the scope similar to this. This was just an all-inclusive. The price was less than $200, $175 or $165 from Optics Planet. But like I said, it's probably too much. I mean, I've seen it cheaper since I picked this up, but that's not the reason I'm going to return it. The blue's kind of weird. I don't like the color of the red, of the lenses on the red dot or the green dot, how you look at it. And it's a little heavy. Besides, I think I'm going to go with a 1 to 4 on this rifle. I think it'll be more useful for my purposes. Like I said, it's going to be a suppressed rifle, short, super short for hunting and stuff. But anyways, this is a very quick look. Not my typical video, especially since I haven't even used it. So, you know, this might be for you. I couldn't find information on it other than some hypey videos out there. Packaging. Here's the packaging. You know, everybody likes to see the box. There's some documentation, a rag, and a bikini top for the red dot. Mine was damaged when I got it. I kind of got the feeling that this was a return when I got it, so that's another reason I want to return it, because I'm just getting bad vibes from it. But that's basically it. It comes with some bikini tops here. I've seemed to have misplaced them. Oh, here they are. Yeah, and so here's the bigger ones. These look like they're going to wear out. They actually feel kind of dry, like they're going to crack soon, kind of like what this one did over here. But anyways, hopefully it didn't go too long in this. I just wanted to give everyone a closer look at this. It does have focus on the back. I forgot about that one right there. So you can focus to your eye, the reticle inside there. But, you know, it might work for you. I don't think it's going to work for my particular application. I like the concept, but I don't think so. Anyways, thanks for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share the video. Thanks.